Mandani Bay Key gives homeowners maximum access to and from the city. The enclave has three residential buildings, one office tower, and at the center, the active zone. Its exclusive amenity deck filled with outdoor spaces and features that help tenants keep an active, healthy lifestyle. Mandani Bay Key completes its four-tower cluster with a new residential building, Mandani Bay Key Tower 3. This tower, which offers a beautiful view of the sunset, has 36 floors. The ground level holds the residential lobby and is host to retail. Ground level parking is for retail customers and visitors, and the basement and second levels are for residents. 27 levels are dedicated to the residential units. These residences are classified into standard, garden, and penthouse. The penthouse units are the biggest units and offer the most expansive views. The garden units each have an outdoor space that can be used to create a garden or alfresco dining area. The standard units, studio, studio plus, and one-bedroom residences are fully furnished. This is a first in Mandani Bay. The living, dining, bedroom, kitchen, and toilet and bath areas of these units are designed by P-Town Studio Limited, award-winning Hong Kong-based interior planner known for developing luxury living and commercial spaces in Asia. The fully furnished units will have a smart TV with rack, dining set, and bed with mattress and bedside tables, among others. With a designer life-ready home at Mandani Bay Key Tower 3, a resident simply has to move in when their unit is ready. For those who want more freedom to customize their space, two-bedroom and bigger units are handed over semi-furnished. The fully furnished homes at Mandani Bay Key Tower 3 are not the only first in the new property. Developer HT Land enriches life in the community through a dedicated app that activates advanced accessibility features. With just one tap, a resident can book amenities, settle property fees, manage visitor access, and control their main door's Bluetooth lock set. These advancements at home deepen the way a resident experiences the benefits of living in Mandani Bay's expansive master plan community. Never has condo living in Cebu been this exclusive, secure, and elegant. Embrace seamless, elevated urban living in a world-class lifestyle destination through Mandani Bay Key Tower 3.
And that was Mandani Bay Key Tower 3. Truly your complete lifestyle destination, your dream community in the metro, where you can have everything you need for a safe, convenient, and luxurious living. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to tell us more about Mandani Bay and what it has to offer, we are joined by our second speaker for today, who earned his bachelor's and master's degree in business management at the University of the Philippines, Cebu. He also worked for 13 years with 3M Philippines, handling a national post, a licensed broker, and an avid financial and real estate investor himself. Currently, he is the Assistant Vice President of HT Land Incorporated, the developer of Mandani Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Audie Villa.
Thank you, OJ. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so good morning to those who are joining here live. We are about 50, no? And we are also being joined by those who are at Zoom now, more than 100 of them. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. Okay, so we intentionally set it this way so that we will not occupy so much the show gallery. Some are viewing from online, while some here are doing it live. So this morning, I'm going to share with you some good news about Mandani Bay. And I'm going to latch this on to what Professor Soriano mentioned a while ago. Earlier, he said, and OJ was asking him, if you're an investor of real estate, what do you do? What are the things or the success factors that you consider to make sure your investment will really bear fruits, no? And he mentioned two things: brand equity and product differentiation. I'm gonna tell you what is Mandani-based brand equity and product differentiation later that really makes it stand out with the rest from the rest of the other developments, not only here in Cebu, but in the Philippines. Okay? But before we go to that, let me show you some exciting updates of the infrastructures here in Cebu. No? Because you know what? In real estate investment, it's very important for investors to consider what are the infrastructures that are happening or being developed or constructed. Because you know what? Infrastructure unlocks the value of property. What do we mean by that? I remember when I was young, probably elementary days, we have a property in Cebu City, no? In the downtown area. That was a tangkungan, so a swampy area. But then, at that price, mga 1980s, the price then was around 200 peso per square meter. That low, huh? And then the government decided to make a highway adjacent to the property. That is now the new Imos Avenue. That is the highway. So our property, that if you're familiar with the Queensland Car Mall, the family owns that. And that used to be 200 pesos per square meter. When the highway was completed, you know how much the price was? It went up to 10,000 per square meter. But that was back in the 90s. You know how much the price is now? 80,000 per square meter. So imagine, 200 to 80. So it's very important for investors like us. We need to really know what are these infrastructures that will affect positively my real estate investment. So do you want to know? I'm sure you do. So in Cebu, the nice thing is with this current administration, ang pinaka-bragging rights good with this current administration is its build, build, build program, right? So everywhere you go to Cebu, you see a lot of construction, both private and public. All over the Philippines, the government is spending 5.3% of the national budget on infrastructure. The previous years, 50 years prior to this, the spending was only 2.6. So gidouble sa government ang infrastructure spending. Alright, so all over the Philippines, they daghang infrastructure. Now let's take a look at Cebu. Number one, of course, the airport, diba? We're very familiar with the airport. In 2018, that was opened. But, of course, that's a very beautiful airport. In fact, napildi ang Changi Airport in Singapore in the Airport Design Award. This won over Changi, huh? So it's very, very nice. But what you don't know is that is not the end to that. There's more to the airport. Okay? In 2019, right before the pandemic, imagine, look at the figures below. The passengers already reached 12.6 million passengers a year. Coming from in the 90s, naaragis 2 million. So grabe kaayo ang influx sa Cebu. Diba? And it's been growing. No? 14, 13, 11% a year. So that's the reason why they expanded the airport. Because the previous airport, 4 million raang, only 4 million could be accommodated. With the expansion of the airport, it's now 12 million. So look at that, it's 12 million. And they're even forecasting up to 2030, this will bloat up to 30 million. So imagine that. Na pandemic lang ta, so there's a slight halt. But once we recover back again, and once tourists come here again, you have to prepare. This is what Professor Soriano is talking about. Prepare in times of war. Prepare for peace. Prepare for that pent-up demand. Because later on, kung mabalik na ang tourism and you don't have spaces, you don't have a condo that you will rent out, you will miss the opportunity. All right? So what am I talking about? Phase 1 is, of course, the airport expansion. This is not working. Can you click my presentation? Next slide, please. Okay, the next phase, that is phase one, no? The next phase of the airport is a second runway. So there will be a second runway. Now that second runway will make sure that more planes will be able to land and depart from the airport. Okay? And that's phase two. The phase three pagyud is a third terminal. Imagine we now have two terminals, right? There will be a third terminal, and the third terminal will complete the whole story of the airport because it envisions to be the first and only resort airport in the world. Okay, so imagine that airport with all the shopping, hotels, amenities. It's going to be a very unique airport. So if that's going to be translated, 30 million passengers, 30 million tourists coming to Cebu a year. If you have a property which you could rent or even sell, you will grab that opportunity. All right. Another project, Metro Cebu Expressway. I'm sure a lot of you knows this already. No, what is that? That is almost a 74-kilometer highway, which will traverse through the south going to the north. Almost parallel to our national highway. You know our national highway, di ba? Kanang green, kanang red, mauna ang Metro Cebu Expressway. So it's an alternative route. Nga naman, because of the traffic we're experiencing in Cebu, dapat na nag-substitute or alternative route. So with that, if you drive from north to south, instead of driving Naga to Danao in 3 to 4 hours now, with that highway, it will be cut to less than 1.5 hours. Ing anak kapaspas. So malesen ang traffic within Cebu. All right? So I'm going to show you some pictures. So ongoing na siya. The third phase is almost completed already. You could go to YouTube. There are a lot of videos about that. And look at that. All right? This is in the Naga Uling Road. It's gonna go continuously up to Danao. So kung ganahan mong every weekend to the north or south to enjoy our beaches, no? Di rin nata mangagi, pas-pas na ang driving. Di nata maabtan o pila ka hours. Right? Another project. Are you familiar with this? Of course, I know you are because look at that. Hapit na kaayo. No? The Cebu Porto Expressway is almost done. It's 80+% completed. So I think by the end of the year or early next year, pwede na tamo agi sa bridge, the third bridge, which will connect SRT to Cordova. Ang nakanindot sa daning nga bridge, for property owners like us or investors, it will also minimize the traffic in the city. Kaya ang mga taga-south, instead of them going to Cebu City, Mandaue City, to go to the airport, anhin na lang sila. So mas magamay ang mga vehicles which will be driving around Mandaue and Cebu. Right? So it will ease a lot of traffic. Another infrastructure project, very exciting. No, this used to be called the BRT or Bus Rapid Transit. It's now renamed to the Integrated Transport System. So nakakita na mo ani, I've seen a lot of roads being widened now because that's gonna pave way for the buses. Okay, the BRT, no, they're gonna have 6 lanes and 2 lanes will be dedicated for the buses. All right, and to complement that, for narrower roads, the government is doing a feasibility study with a monorail. Okay? So ang monorail, wala kay budget, studihan pa. But the BRT is ongoing na. Pamalit yung mga right of way. Soon, it will look like that. Okay? Familiar? If you go to Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, anywhere in the world, if they have buses system, buses will have their own lanes. Okay? And they're saying, no, ang last report sa Sunstar and CBN, December daw. So good na ang first few buses, no? December. Okay, so we'll see. I think probably December or maybe first quarter next year. Right? So exciting for Cebu. The nice thing about these buses, these are the buses which arrive and depart on time. Unlike sa mga buses karon